What's up, football fanatics? Welcome to my show. This is Tim Reynolds Show, and we're going over the top 6 quarterbacks in the 2024 NFL Draft. Starting out with USC quarterback Caleb Williams, the 2022 Heisman Trophy winner last year, threw for 3,633 yards and 30 touchdowns through the air with only 5 picks. He also added 11 rushing touchdowns to his credit last year. Now, this guy's the presumed first overall pick going to the Chicago Bears, more than likely. He has really good intangibles, really good quarterback brain. Not only that, he throws the ball really great outside the pocket and has a really good pocket presence for the most part with that extreme arm talent that should really transition well into the pro game. I really do think there's not much to go over as far as his game is concerned and how it should transition into the NFL game. I really do think Caleb Williams is a surefire #1 overall pick, and good luck to him in his future. As far as the second quarterback right now, Jaylen Daniels, which was the 2023 Heisman Trophy winner. Now, as far as his stats goes last year, this guy lit it up. He threw for over 3,812 yards, had 40 touchdowns through the air with only 4 picks, and then also added 10 rushing touchdowns to his credit. He also had a completion percentage that was better than anybody in the past 10 years for throws 20 plus yards down the field, with a completion percentage of 67% on those particular throws, which is crazy to think about. Not only that, as far as his stats go in his career, he is the only person in FBS history to have over 12,000 passing yards and 3,000 rushing yards in his career. So who knows where Jaylen Daniels is going to go? There's a lot of options right now. The presumed second overall pick going to the Commanders. As far as the things that maybe they'd be looking at as far as him to improve on is his pocket presence and also being able to be in a leadership role and help a team get to the playoffs and that sort of deal. Up next, in the third quarterback in the ranking is Drake May out of North Carolina. Now, this guy was the first quarterback in FBS history to throw for over 4,000 yards and 500 rushing yards in the same season. Actually, he's the first one to do it since Kyler Murray did it in 2018. As far as his stats last year, he threw for over 3,608 yards. He also had 24 touchdowns through the air with 9 interceptions and also 9 rushing TDs to his credit last year. So you have to be patient with this guy. He's going to need some development in order for his game to transition best into the pro game, I believe. Now, they have him slated going number 3rd overall to the New England Patriots, or possibly being involved with one of these other teams that are looking to trade up in the draft to get a quarterback. I think Drake May is going to be one of those guys who may not be your day one starter. You may need him to sit and learn a little bit behind the bench, but he's got really good arm talent. He's got really good intangibles. He just needs his footwork a little bit better in the pocket and be able to lead his guys when it comes to NFL pro competition. Now, up next is the quarterback out of University of Michigan, baby. Michigan Wolverines, J.J. McCarthy, the reigning defending national champions, man. Now, this guy, all he does is win. That's right, J.J. McCarthy, that's all he does is win. He's 27-1 as a starter in his career. Not only that, his yards and ratings for last year, his quarterback rating was 88.2, total QBR last year, which was one of the best in the entire nation. Not only that, he threw for 2,991 passing yards, 22 touchdowns through the air with only 4 picks, and then also added some rushing touchdowns to his credit also last season as he led the Wolverines to a national championship last year, which I think it's not talked about enough about this guy's leadership quality. As far as the guys so far that we've talked about, J.J. McCarthy to me seems to be the biggest leader of them all. A leader amongst men, a leader in a pro-style system where I think whichever team drafts him immediately is getting an upgrade at the quarterback position. I think he's going to be able to lead a pro-style system, and we've seen with the QBR and the way that he's been able to play the last 2 years, he's a proven winner. And I think that this guy, as long as he falls into the right scheme with the right coaching staff, I think J.J. McCarthy could possibly be the best quarterback in this whole entire draft when it's said and done a couple years from now. I truly and honestly believe that. That's not just a Michigan Wolverine fan shooting the shit for you. You know what I mean? I really do think J.J. McCarthy could be the best quarterback in this whole entire draft. Now, up next is Michael Penix Jr. out of the University of Washington. Now, last year, he threw for over 4,903 yards, 36 touchdowns through the air with 11 picks. Now, this guy was not afraid to throw the ball downfield at all. It's actually probably one of his biggest intangibles as he heads into the pro game. He's going to be able to make those deep throws, those 20 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus yard throws down the field to guys, as he had 73 passes of 20 yards or more downfield, which was the most in FBS last year as far as completed 20 plus yard passes last year. He also has, like I said, that big arm strength, big arm going into the NFL that really should help him transition very, very well to the pro game, in my opinion. Now, there's a bunch of injury concerns about this guy because he was injured so much when he was at the University of Indiana before he went to the University of Washington, but he's made all of his starts since he transferred to the University of Washington for 2 years. And let's not forget, this guy's also been playing college football for 6 years. So he's a veteran of the game, made lots of starts, and he's got a lot of experience, and he's got a lot of mental fortitude to help him get to the next level. I think this is not talked about enough. I think some of these guys that only come in starting a year with the little starting experience that they have, it hurts them as they go into the pro game to be able to transition and do better as the starting quarterback in the NFL. I think Michael Penix Jr. is going to be one of the steals of the draft. Mark my words. He's going to be the steal of the draft at the quarterback position, and I really do think Michael Penix Jr. is going to be I'm not going to say all pro, but I think he'll be a Pro Bowl style quarterback in the NFL for years to come. So it'll be interesting to see a few years down the road what happens with this guy and this whole draft class of big quarterbacks. And now I'll go into our sixth quarterback, Bo Nix, out of the University of Oregon. Now this guy put up huge numbers last year. 4,508 passing yards, which was second in FBS. Not only that, it was 45 touchdowns through the air, which led all of college football. Only 3 picks on the year as well. This guy's very mobile with his legs inside the pocket as well, but doesn't have that big arm talent. He doesn't have the big NFL style arm, which is one of the knocks that these experts have kind of given him over the past few months now. Since we've been kind of looking at this guy's tape, looking at what tangibles he could bring to an NFL team. Now, he's very, very experienced, okay? He has 61 career starts at the college level, which is the most all time. I really do think that this guy is going to be able to come in and be able to adapt to a pro-style offense a lot quicker than these other quarterbacks are. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that Bo Nix is going to be a better quarterback than any of these guys that are going to be going in the first round, which, by the way, all 6 of these guys could be projected to go in the first round. That's why we're talking about them. And honestly, I really do think it will happen. I think you can't pass up on these guys, and quarterback is too much of a need right now in the NFL for them to just pass up on a guy who puts up numbers like this guy, who has as many starts as this guy has and has the experience. I really do think that he's going to be able to adapt in the NFL a lot better than people think. I mean, he's one of 3 quarterbacks in FBS history to throw for over 4,000 yards with a 75% completion percentage in a single season. That's got to account for something. All these starts, the guy's a veteran of the game of football. I really do think that that's got to account for something for these teams that are looking for him. So watch out for Bo Nix and Michael Penix Jr. to be one of those guys that teams are trading up for maybe late in the draft or in the middle of the draft as far as these guys are concerned. Now, guys, those are my top 6 quarterbacks in the 2024 NFL Draft. I hope you like the show. Please hit that like button and that subscribe button, share, and leave a comment and tell me what you guys think. And don't forget to check out Tim Reynolds' show tomorrow as we go live for the first time at the NFL Draft at 7:45. So thank you so much for all the support, guys. Hope you like the show. Hey, peace out, everybody. Have a great day.